This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Alright everyone, hope you're all doing fantastic, had a great day, having a great day. It's Friday, nearly the weekend, regardless of the weather. I'm sure everybody's still pumped, unless of course you're working, sorry about that. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, you're going to love it over here, every day's a pie. Now, thank you Cinderman for sending me this article. For you guys, I'll put it in the description box, but don't go there just yet. Make sure you finish listening to this video, and give it a cheeky thumbs up while you're there. So according to this article, via the Times, written by Gareth A. Davies, so this may sway you to believe one way or another, that the official announcement for Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz will be made today. They're pretty confident in this. And the rematch will happen on December the 7th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So end of the year, December 7th. Now, initial reaction, first things we have to look at is, what's the time zones? Well, there's a 2-hour difference between the UK and Saudi Arabia. They are 2 hours ahead of us, so it's not as much of a burden for us to be watching this fight as it was when they fought at Madison Square Garden, because obviously we're watching them at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in New York, but in Saudi you can be watching it around about midnight, so that ain't too bad. Now, as far as Saudi, is it a surprise? Not really, but if anybody really wants to go over to Saudi, it's going to be a little bit difficult, because they do prefer you to be Muslim, okay? Oh, listen, go check the official rules, regulations and requirements for visas, all that kind of thing, but they do prefer you to be Muslim. And if you're not, you do need some kind of special permission to go there, i.e. an invite. And the last thing in the world that Saudi wants, because they are a pretty strict country, is that they don't want a bunch of rowdy Brits over there getting drunk. Quite where you find the alcohol over there, I have no idea, but I'm sure wherever there's a will, there's a way. But the last thing they want is a bunch of rowdy Brits over there with their flip-flops on, shorts on, string vest, beer belly hanging out, shouting till stupid o'clock in the morning, getting all rowdy, and then moaning while they can't find a full English fry-up in the morning, okay? It's not that kind of place, all right? So look at all the requirements if you want to go. So that's going to be a bit of a sticking point for quite a few people. Now, the money. Well, the money's pretty good. Now, we know Eddie Hearn did say that they don't care about the money for the rematch. They just want the rematch and get revenge on Andy Ruiz Jr. and get those belts back. Amend the wrong, as they call it. But they're going to get paid a crap load of money for this one. So it wasn't about money. Alrighty, of course it's not. £70 million. This is the pot. So for those of you who deal in dollars, that is around about $90 to $100 million. And as it's alleged that Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. will take 50% of the pot. Of course, they're not going to get £35 million each. Of course not. Obviously, they've got to pay for the undercard and plus a few more bits. But regardless, whatever money Andy Ruiz Jr. made in the first fight, which is between 3 and 5 million apparently, and he was enjoying that money by the looks of it, so big up on him for that. He's going to enjoy the rematch money, that is for sure. Win, lose or draw, he will never have to fight again if he chooses not to. All right, him and his family set up for life. They are earning multi-millions now. So, £70 million, crap load of money. Now, why Saudi? Well, it's a neutral location. We can certainly agree on that. Andy Ruiz would prefer it to be in America or Mexico, of course. Anthony Joshua would prefer it to be in the UK, but they're going to go on a neutral ground, Saudi. Why? Because that's where the money is. But Anthony Joshua is no stranger to these kind of countries, obviously being or visiting Dubai and UAE and other places like that as well. So he'd be no stranger. I don't know if Andy Ruiz has ever visited any place like that. But regardless, it's not really the Mecca of boxing, is it? It's the Mecca of Islam, but it's not the Mecca of boxing, Saudi. It's very, very in its infantile state right now. Recent history, obviously with Amir Khan taking on Billy Dib, where allegedly the 7 million that he was guaranteed, he never actually got paid. This is alleged, of course. And, of course, at the back end of last year, was it September, October time, George Groves versus Cam Smith in the Super Series final. That was in Jeddah in Saudi as well. So it's no great surprise that Saudi are coughing up. They want to see Joshua, of course. They want to put on great events. But it is going to be difficult for those who want to travel and actually go support him to get that, as I said. But, you know, go check your requirements. But, yeah, that is the news. So apparently that will be officially announced today, that Anthony Joshua will rematch Andy Ruiz Jr. on December the 7th in Saudi Arabia. Drop your thoughts below about it. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.